Hey everyone, and welcome. Before we dive in, if you're into AI and tech that's changing the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Okay, let's get to it. We've all gotten pretty used to talking with AI, right? Asking a chatbot to whip up an email or a clever social media post. But what if your AI could do more than just talk? What if it could actually start doing things for you? Well, we are on the verge of a massive shift from simple AI assistants to something much more powerful called AI agents. And today we're going to break down exactly what that means for you.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll get crystal clear on what an AI agent even is. Then, we're going to look at 3 honestly mind-blowing real-world examples that could completely change your day-to-day life. And finally, we'll zoom out to look at the huge potential. And yeah, the very real dangers. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, what in the world is an AI agent? You're hearing this term everywhere, but it represents a fundamental leap, a huge jump beyond the chatbots we all know and use.
I want you to think about how you use AI right now. You ask it to write an email for you, but you're the one who still has to copy it, paste it into your email client, and hit send. You ask for ideas for a vacation, but you have to go to the airline websites and actually book the flights. You see the pattern. The AI talks, but you're the one who acts. What if the AI could handle the entire task from beginning to end? That right there is the core idea of an AI agent.
So here's the more, formal definition. The 2 words you really need to focus on are autonomously and action. A chatbot is kind of like a passenger in your car, waiting for you to give it the next turn-by-turn direction. An AI agent, that's the self-driving car itself. You just give it a destination, say, get me to the airport, and it figures out the route, the speed, how to handle traffic, all by itself.
And if you've ever seen the Iron Man movies, you already have a perfect picture of an AI agent, JRVIS. Tony Stark doesn't tell JRVIS how to build the suit step by step. He gives it a goal, and the AI figures out the rest. It's analyzing data, running simulations, and taking action. That's the future we are literally heading towards right now.
So, what gives them these superpowers? Well, it really boils down to a few key things. They can handle complex, multi-step goals, not just a single request. They operate independently, and this is crucial. They can use other software, your calendar, a web browser, you name it, as tools to get the job done. Plus, they have a memory, so they learn and get better over time. And it's all powered by the same kind of large language models that are behind tools like ChatGPT.
This all points to a massive change in how software is even built. Traditional software is rigid. A developer has to write a specific if-then rule for every single possible action. It's incredibly limiting. But machine learning, which is the engine driving all this AI, it's different. It learns the rules for itself, just by analyzing tons and tons of data. This is a huge shift. It means that for a lot of businesses, their most valuable asset is no longer just their code, it's their high-quality data.
All right, enough theory. Let's see how these agents are actually showing up in the real world. And we're going to start with a universal pain point for pretty much every single one of us, the absolute chaos of our email inbox.
Come on, we've all felt it. That sinking feeling when you open your inbox and it's just a flood of unread messages. A messy inbox isn't just annoying, it is a productivity black hole. Important messages get buried, you miss out on opportunities, and you end up feeling like you work for your inbox, not the other way around.
The promise of AI agents here is a total night-and-day transformation. Imagine going from a world where you're manually sorting and endlessly typing to one where your inbox is automatically organized, all the clutter is just moved out of your way, and potential replies are already drafted and waiting for your okay. I know it sounds like science fiction, but there are tools doing this right now.
So how does this magic actually work?
Well, a tool like Fyxer acts as your personal sorter and co-writer. It reads your mail, tags it with things like to respond, and then for the really important stuff, it actually drafts replies for you. SaneBox is more about decluttering. It intelligently spots things that aren't urgent, like all those newsletters, and shuffles them into separate folders, keeping your main inbox clean for what really matters. Both tools can even snooze emails, making them vanish and then pop back up exactly when you need to deal with them.
Okay, let's move from the inbox to the conference room. Or, let's be real, the Zoom call. The next big task these agents are tackling is capturing every single thing that happens in a meeting so you don't have to.
And there are a couple of different ways to do this. Take 2 popular tools, Granola and Otter.ai. Otter.ai works by having a bot visibly join your call. Everybody sees that little notification. Otterbot has joined. But Granola is different. It captures audio locally, right from your computer, so it's completely invisible to everyone else. And that one tiny difference can change the entire feel of a meeting.
And this gets to a really important insight. When people know a bot is recording them, they often get a little self-conscious. The conversation can feel stiff, less natural. An invisible agent, on the other hand, lets people relax. It allows for more honest, more productive discussions because people don't feel like they're being watched. It's a perfect example of how the design of an AI agent can directly impact human behavior.
Okay, so we've automated our inbox and we've recorded our meetings. Now let's get even more creative and look at how AI agents can generate content in a perfect clone of your very own voice.
The idea here is simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Tools like 11 Labs let you create a digital model of your voice. Once you've got that, you can feed it any piece of text, and it will generate a high-quality audio file that sounds exactly like you. For content creators, for educators, for businesses, this means you can create audio versions of articles or training materials without spending hours and hours in a recording booth.
And what's really amazing is just how easy this is. The whole process is literally 3 steps. First, you provide a short, clean audio sample of your voice, and I'm talking as little as 10 seconds can work. Second, the AI analyzes it and clones it almost instantly. And from there, you just paste in your script and hit generate. You've basically created a scalable version of your own voice. It's wild. So we've seen how AI agents can automate our inbox, our meetings, and even our own voice. Now it's time to pull the lens back and look at the bigger picture, the massive economic potential, and the really serious risks that come along with it.
First, let's just talk about the sheer scale of this thing. The global AI market is projected to hit nearly $1.8 trillion by 2032. That's trillion with a T. This isn't just some niche tech trend. It's an economic tsunami that is reshaping entire industries as we speak.
And this isn't just for giant corporations. A fascinating study found that 91% of small and medium-sized businesses that use AI report that it directly boosts their revenue. So AI is quickly becoming a critical tool for growth, not just some expensive luxury for the big players.
And here's a perfect example of why. Take a look at this graph. It shows an AI's sales forecast right up against the actual sales. Look how closely those 2 lines track each other. For any business, that kind of predictive power is an absolute game changer. It means smarter inventory, better staffing, more effective marketing. It's about turning your data into a strategic advantage.
So the promise is huge. We're talking about a massive boost to productivity, freeing us humans from the boring, repetitive work so we can focus on innovation and creativity. And there's also incredible potential for social good, like using web browsing agents to make the internet way more accessible for people with disabilities.
But, and this is a really big but, with that incredible promise comes very real peril. These are the serious concerns we absolutely have to navigate. Widespread automation could lead to job displacement. Giving these agents access to all of our data creates enormous privacy and security risks. And if we're not careful, we could become so reliant on them that we weaken our own oversight and our own critical thinking skill. Which leaves us with this final, crucial question. These agents are evolving at an unbelievable pace. As they move from being simple tools to becoming autonomous partners, we have to decide how we want to integrate them into our lives and our work. Are we building the ultimate collaborators to make humans even better, or are we accidentally building our own replacements? The answer to that is being written as we speak.